as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense very strong in the victory last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, captain.
Nix to the air. That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
On first down, it's Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Hold on, son. Ready.
Here's Nix. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw, here's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Bombers.
Now it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You look at this Cowboy defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. To throw is Daniels. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, break. Ready, go.
Now Daniels. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now 2nd and 5.
Back to 50, back to 50.
At the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Glenn. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Into the hands of Perry, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Back all 80. Let go.
Down right around the 25. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
Get up. Cowboy 80.
Throwing now is Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Now a handoff up the middle. Glenn. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Cowboys 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing Nix. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix trying to set up a screen for Blue. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun is Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.E.O. Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have regained the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Ready up. Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Street. 18 Rattler.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Olay.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That'll be complete to Blue. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Glenn. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready, 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready.
Here's Daniels. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is taken at the 23. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Captain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Glenn. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
For a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Up the middle they go. Glenn. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
19, 18.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
Off the play fake. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Second and 9. Nix to the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll run past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Ready. Kill.
They'll try and run again with Blue. Past the 20. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Cannon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Middle. Almost set. Ready.
Blue is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
19, Tiger, 19, 18, 5, go.
To throw is Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
Got it, ready?
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Red. Cougar, 19. Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. McDonald makes the catch. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Daniels. And quick throw here. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Perry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Top low 18.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. Now they'll change things up.
Second and 3.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 22, here's second and 8.
Kill. Oh, my son. Ready.
They go again with Blue. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.